So Wukong wasn't very interactive. So they gave him a turret with infinite duration. And the turret can also be healed, and given invulnerability, and be made invisible, and given armor with Defy, and you can force his weaponry by unequipping a melee weapon, and you can manually move your turret with Cloudwalker. Also, quickly activate the buffs he gets from his passive by equipping a Decaying Key and a Bleeding Key, which lowers his health and shields respectively. So that way he can get the loot buff, so then he can go turn around and get double Kuva. Though in the current patch of when I'm making this video, Monkey's Luck does not work anymore. It doesn't give you double drops, it doesn't increase drop rates, and it doesn't give you a second chance at loot from enemies either. On top of this, going into your operator form and going back into your Warframe dispels your buffs, even though the UI will still show them as active. Other than those sort of exploits and the abuse of his 1, his 4 is greatly improved. And it's actually probably the second best exalted weapon in the entire game right now. What they did was they increased the status chance by a lot. They also gave it Slash, which replaced its Puncture, and they gave it more combos. And your clone can also do the combos while it's out, which means you can actually do quite a bit of damage with Wukong's 4 now. Hey guys, me again. You know who I am, and today I'm here to talk about Wukong's rework. For the most part, TLDR is Wukong is not a tank anymore. Defy sucks. It's not what it used to be, and it doesn't even compare to any of the other tanking abilities in the game. Let me show you the main problem with Defy. So Defy, what it does now is you go invulnerable and you absorb damage. This damage is then stored into armor. The massive problem with this is it's capped at 1500 regardless of power strength. It's a decent chunk of armor, but it's like a quarter of what a power strength chroma can do. And that's not even including Elemental Ward. And on top of that, if that wasn't bad enough, the capping problem, you also have a duration on the armor. And when the duration ends, your armor goes away. You can activate Defy anytime during the period to get a new armor buff, but it won't add to your armor. It will only replace it. So Defy is not nearly as good as it once was. But hey, his other abilities are improved, I guess. Cloudwalker is way faster, but they reduce his duration by a lot. I'm running 282% power duration on this thing, and I only get 5 seconds of it. Clone also does Defy, but it doesn't increase the damage you absorb. It only basically increases your range. So it's not in the grand scheme of things, it's not that helpful to have your clone do it as well. It's more of a monkey see, monkey do, monkey throw doo-doo at you sort of ability right now. But if you do have your clone out and then go into Cloudwalker mode, you do make him invulnerable, and then he's healed with distance travel just like you are. So it's more like a survival tool more than anything right now, but I feel like its base duration is really, really low, especially compared to the old version of it. But hey, it's faster now, I guess. And his 4 is greatly, greatly improved. So here's the build I'm running. Alright. Condition Overload and Prime Reach. Prime Reach does make a huge difference, despite his power pole being extended to the maximum length all the time now. So it's not building range with combo anymore. It's just always at the maximum length. And this pair with Prime Reach is really good. Otherwise, if you don't have this, you're only going to have 3 meters of range. But yeah, True Steel. And I'm running a Crit Chance mod, mainly because you can use that in tandem with the Gladiator mod set. So if I put the Gladiator mod set on with my Power Strength build, and I don't even have that much Power Strength, I have 70 extra Power Strength, and all the Gladiator mods, which you don't even need, by the way. And not even using the augment for his 4th ability, and I'm not going to use my clone either. Oh, it just deletes enemies. And it just absolutely cleared all of them. Now let's do a little harder test. Let's do Drekar Manic Bombards. As I've been told, they have way more EHP than heavy gunners. And they have less armor, but they have way more health. Like 1,000 extra health, I think. And let's show you what this staff can do against these guys. It seems to like stagger them, the enemies on every hit. But it only seems to be these enemies. I'm not sure what's up with that. So it does very high damage, and it was able to clear those Drekar Manic Bombards pretty quickly. But as soon as they patch out the exploits with his passive and his first ability, it being a fucking turret and all, that's hyper aggressive and teleports everywhere. Other than that, his 4 is gonna be like the only thing worth using. His 4 and maybe his 2 for spies, but like just use Wisp if you're gonna do spies. To be honest, though, like Wukong has like a unique thing where I guess he can free roam, free fly with his 2. But still, 5 seconds of duration is pretty low, though you do go decently fast. Anyway, guys, that's all from me. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.